Hello everybody, welcome to Dude with a Fork. My name is Ken. I hope you're doing all right out there in YouTube land. I did two Aldi hauls, believe it or not. This is two. Because I'm gonna be doing some things, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a preview and talk about prices a little bit. So I'm lucky. I have two, count them, two Aldis near me. One is a lot bigger. That's the newer one. But the weird thing is, I'm so glad to have two of them because one of them never has what the other one has. So I can do two trips in one trip and get everything that I need. So the first thing I did, I went to the big one and I bought milk. I bought this 2% milk, which was $1.53, which is still a pretty good price. I will say this: if you are in a very very desperate situation for calories, you're working, you're just trying to keep yourself fed, and make sure you keep yourself alive, do get the whole milk instead, because you get more fat and calories for the same price. So it's just a little extra bit there. I did look for Italian sausage, and they had one left. It was expired today, and I'm like, no. Because I want to do, I've done the Great Value pizzas and I've done the Michelinas pizzas, and I want to do my own version of that because I think it'll be better. So what I needed was some ground sausage. They didn't have it at the first one, but they did have some nice green bell peppers, because I'm going to put some bell peppers in there. I will put some of those mushrooms I got at Sam's Club in there as well. They did not have a 1 pound bag of cheese, or a half pound bag of shredded cheese. They only had a 1 pound bag, and that's way more cheese than I needed. So I bought an 8 ounce package of sliced mozzarella. This is actually easier to handle. Now I was thinking I might make those pizzas on like a pita bread or a naan bread, but those are terribly, terribly expensive these days. So I'm wandering around, I'm looking, and they had these Pueblo Lindo flour tortillas. This cheese, by the way, this was $1.85, so not terrible. Although I noticed their blocks are back up to $2.09, so they're nudging prices upward again. These tortillas are 20 of them, and these were $1.99. These are not my favorite flour tortillas, but for making these pizzas, they'll be just fine. They're not bad. Just not my favorite. But it's not going to be, these pizzas will not be, when you see these tortillas, you're thinking, aha, I know what he's going to do. It's not going to be what you think it's going to be, unless what you think it's going to be is what it's actually going to be, in which case it's going to be what you think it is. But if you think it's going to be what it's not going to be, then it's not going to be that. It'll be something different. So I'm so glad I could clear that up for you. That's the kind of person I am. I'm a helper. Anyway, so these were $1.99. And what else did I get? Oh, yeah, I got cilantro because I got the rice cooker. So I'm going to make some cilantro lime rice. This was 79 cents. Now, they did not have Italian beef or Italian sausage at that one. And they did not have jalapeno peppers. And it's weird because the big Aldi, the new Aldi, they never have these jalapeno peppers. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's a supply chain, because these do say product of Mexico, and maybe this is affected by, Rumpelstiltskin's stupid tariffs. But no, the other one had them, so I'm like, okay, so that's good. So the second Aldi, I got this Italian sausage. Again, this is a 16-ounce package in bulk. I will cook that up. That's going to go in the pizzas. This was $3.49 for a pound of sausage. That's not terrible. They did have the jalapeno peppers, the fresh ones, and these were 85 cents, which is a huge bargain. Now, I will never use these up fresh, but I've got a trick that I want to show you to keep them in a condition where I can use them as I want. And I also bought these Savorites woven whole wheat crackers because they had the rosemary and olive oil. And this is the Aldi version of Triscuit crackers. And I love the Triscuits with rosemary and olive oil, but they're almost $4 a box. These were $2.39. So just a little more than half of what the Aldi's. And you may notice that it's been opened because I got into them in the car. So I'll give you a quick review. I tried these, and if you look at it, looks a lot like a Triscuit. But here's the thing. This actually has better flavor. I'm getting crumbs all over the place. This actually has more rosemary flavor than the Triscuits. So much more rosemary flavor. They're a little saltier, but they don't have the light texture. They're a bit heavier and denser than the Triscuits. So if I could have the Triscuit texture with this flavor and this price, I would be so happy. But no, I'm very happy with these. The ingredients are just whole grain wheat, high oleic canola oil or soybean oil. Now I got a piece of cracker caught in my throat. Granulated onion contains 2% or less of maltodextrin, extra virgin olive oil, salt, spices, including rosemary, yeast extract, and natural flavor. And these are absolutely delicious. So yeah, I will buy these instead of the Triscuits and just go, oh, if only they were a little bit thinner and crispier. So, but that's it. Altogether, I spent $8.85 at the first one, $6.73 at the second one. So doing some quick math in my head, 15, 16, 17, 16.85, 16.62. So 16.62. No. Yeah, 16.62 for all of this food. It's going up in price and I'm not happy about it, but what can you do? You got to make the most of what you got. So thanks so much for watching. See you later.
And that's it, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. Links to free printable copies of any recipes here are down below in the show notes. Please like, comment, or if you'd like to see more of this kind of material, subscribe. As always, please stay safe, eat great food, and power to the proletariat. We'll see you next time.